So guys, the Due Parenting Pod is here.
The things people didn't tell us that we found out by ourselves. The good, the bad, the scary, the ugly, and the exciting. So it's called Due Parenting Pod. Don't forget that.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, baby.
Do it. This beautiful woman next to me,
Okay.
the love of my life. It's okay. She brushed her teeth, so she's showing it off. This is Linda Ejiofor Suleiman. She's an actress, a talented human being, a mom, my wife, and she makes me happy and makes me do things that I normally would not do. Most of the time, it's usually good things. Other times, and
this young man here, please let me introduce.
Oh crap! Here we go.
Since you were saying young, you thought I did not have my own comeback.
Baby, just be nice. Baby,
Hello,
be nice.
were you nice?
Yes, I called you.
You
the
said
love of my
I
life.
brushed my teeth this morning. Don't
What
I
you-
brush every day?
Yes. I should have waited until you introduced me. My name is Ibrahim Suleiman. My name is Ibrahim Suleiman. I'm an architect. I'm an actor. I'm an artist.
And a wonderful father.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're actually doing this
We're finally doing this.
in a podcast.
And I'm never sure.
It's okay, baby. I'm right here with you.
Okay.
That's the only reason why she does anything she doesn't want to do. If I'm with her, she's fine because got this. It didn't really. This one did. So no, stop copying.
So we are doing our first podcast. It's been a long time coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I wanted to do from when we got married. We had a few people who kept telling us, you guys document it, talk to people, let people know what's going on. People are interested in knowing what's going on in your lives.
Yeah.
But we just felt like, it was too intrusive and all of that.
And because we're so much fun, right?
You're quite a lot of fun.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I just tag along for the ride. And then she uses me to cut trips. It's
So we decided, I think it was a good time when we had Kian.
Yeah, so personally, let me confess, the reason why it's easier for me to do this now that we have Kian is because now I can just use him as the excuse.
Excuse for what?
Because I'm going to be talking about him. I mean, I'm just going to talk about myself.
Yeah.
He's talking about him. So
I think that's why we're doing it, right?
Yeah. Because people did not tell us things.
Yes. This is us calling out our friends who have had kids and did not tell us and say, hey,
Watch out
look
for
at
this.
what you are going to go through when you have your baby. All you guys were like, oh, it's going to be so cute.
Have a baby, they said.
It's going to be so much fun.
They said. And then here we are.
Yeah.
I haven't slept properly. I'm running on sugar right now because, there's no energy. Mans have not been sleeping properly.
And is it the Instagram people?
Those ones are you people are the biggest scam because people just make it look like having a baby is just so
come,
easy.
Take picture.
Just looks so cute. I have pictures of Kian with poop from his back all the way to behind his knees.
Thankfully, it was my time to sleep, so I was sleeping.
What had happened was, so when he was still really little, we used to take shifts. So I used to take 11 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is I'll just put him on my chest, pull up the duvet, in the living room, and just play FIFA.
And we spoiled that boy with body.
We did. We cuddled him a lot. But he will grow up to be a balanced, emotionally balanced human being. He won't be damaged. By God's grace, Father, please don't let our son be damaged.
Amen.
Yeah. So anyway, on this night, I was in the living room. Home had gone to bed, and I was playing FIFA. Kian was on my chest, and my sister-in-law, one of my sisters-in-law, Chidinma, she was
shout out.
Yeah, Smolly, my boo. Right. So she was doing something. So by the way, we're filming at home.
Yes.
So if you hear any strange sounds in the background, and we have our family members and our gang, everybody's behind camera. So anything you hear, just take it like that.
Yes, the house we did.
So yeah, you'll be all right. Are you okay? Good. We're all right. So Chidinma was there as well. So I'm playing, and he's just snoozing away. And then you know how you smell something. And you're like, but I didn't fart. Because I try not to fart when I'm carrying the boy because baby, fart. You know, don't hear stories that, and you know, God forbid, you now use farts to cause trouble for your baby. So I'm like, I didn't drop anything. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's just me, you know. Continue playing. Hit me in the gut, man. I down hit me. I'm like, wait a minute. So I pull back the duvet. And then his onesie is like quite a mess. I'm like, I jump up, I can't remember, I'm like, Smolly. And then she comes and then we wanted to change him right there, you know. So put his mat, you know, we lay his mat on the table and then we take off his onesie. And my goodness. It felt like PTSD. It's still shocking me.
He took pictures. I had to wake up to see those pictures.
Kian, just know that the reason why, if you watch this in the future, just know that the reason why I haven't posted those pictures is because you haven't fallen my hand enough. This is not a threat. But the day you fall, I will post those pictures. And it like from the back of his shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, it was so much.
I haven't seen so much poop in my life.
Oh my
God. And I went
God.
to a boarding school. It was I freaked out. So I have my talking points on my phone. I don't remember things the way that she does. I'm an honest man. I would admit that.
I could tell you who is smarter.
Happy wife, happy life.
Nice one.
Hey. So we're doing this podcast basically because we realized that a lot of the things that, I mean, I read a lot. We read a lot. We spent a lot of time, you know, reading and, you know, doing research about being, you know, first-time parents and all of that. So we thought we're ready. You understand? So we put money aside. You know, if you have money, you have space. You think you have space. You're at your house now. Okay.
Oh, you think
so,
you have
you know,
space.
we had money, we had space, we had each other. Everything done set, have we?
And we loved each other.
She means love. The D is silent.
Oh, yeah. Love each other.
Good. For a moment there, I was a little worried. So you know, all the ingredients were ready. Let's make this soup. Innit? So we'll get to the process, but I just want to let you guys know that having the baby is fantastic. Going home with the baby is exciting.
Oh.
Living with the baby, though. Jesus Christ.
Let's just say that
We weren't ready.
that they were really nice to me
At the hospital.
at the hospital for the 3 days I was there. I was enjoying. All I had to do was just wake up, breastfeed, go back to sleep.
Why do you do
eat
breastfeed
food.
like that?
Because it's
Like, why are you leaning?
okay, naughty man. I love you. So breastfeed, eat, go back to stop, go back to sleep. But as soon as I came home, hey, the boy shows pepe.
Like,
Anyway, let's start from when we decided to have.
so the plan initially was, you know, we got married and we wanted to spend a year, you know, just having a great time together, traveling, you know, just being us, as always, having fun and being silly. So the plan was not to have a baby until after, like, we could start trying after a year. We got married at the end of November 2018. And so we spent 2019, you know, working with our plan. However, at some point, okay, so
No, not some point, very early in our marriage.
so let's just say it as it is. During the honeymoon,
We
right?
carry
So
belle.
we couldn't travel. We couldn't travel immediately because we're filming and stuff. So we got married in November, and then we couldn't travel until early January. And then, you know, apparently, while we were out and about, we're also in and busy. You're such a nasty child. Very excited.
Is that not how you started when you say breast?
See, now you put stuff again. Now, throughout, anytime you talk about it, I'm just going to leave. So, apparently, we got pregnant during our honeymoon, and we had no idea. And you know how it is now. So you're traveling, you're walking up and down, you're taking long walks, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing all the things that honeymooners do, and then some. and we were eating everything. She's adventurous with her tummy. I'm not. So, and then we came back, the stress of traveling, whatever. We didn't realize that we'd been pregnant all that time. And then a few weeks later, she started to feel uncomfortable, and we checked. We realized that
pregnancy test.
we're pregnant.
And we're pregnant.
So because we didn't plan it, we were excited and scared at the same time. And, told the siblings, told the parents, everybody was excited. And then we had complications very early, and we lost the pregnancy. And it was tough, especially for her. And seeing her go through all of that it just put life in focus for me in a way that hadn't happened before. And we got through it. It was tough. It was really tough. And I feel like this is one of the things that, women need to talk more often about. And
they don't talk about the miscarriages that they have. And I hear it's rampant for especially people who are newlyweds. Your first child, most of your first pregnancies usually end up in miscarriage. And I feel for you. And I know what you went through. And also, you're not alone.
Yeah.
There's so many of us. Our parents went through it. They didn't tell us about it. Yeah. My mom didn't tell me about it until I had mine. And she said, it happens. So
looking back now, I'm wondering why my mom told me about hers.
I just want to say that it's not a stigma. You shouldn't look at it like it's something bad. It's something everyone goes through, and you should talk about it so that you could heal.
Yeah.
So I didn't talk about it for a while. I didn't talk to my husband about it for a while. Then when I did, I started healing. And we decided, because of what I went through, it was 8 weeks gone. And we had to do an evacuation, not just take something that to be fine, just had to scrape me in there. So I told myself I wasn't ready to have another child immediately. So we waited for another. No, I first said I didn't want to have another child. I wasn't ready to have a child again. First month, second month passed, third month. Hello. Fourth month, I'm like.
And she started looking at me funny. Like,
maybe we should try again. And Uncle is like,
are you mad?
Can't you remember what you just went through? I'm like, dude, let's do this thing. Come here. Literally.
So, do you want to talk about the day that we, because we did the math and we realized, we figured out the day that Kian was conceived.
Yeah.
So go ahead, report yourself. I'll give my version of this story.
So, this particular fateful day that Kian was conceived.
There we go.
You said I should give my own story.
I
What is it? Please don't interrupt me.
Yes, ma'am.
I had done the math and I had noticed and paid attention and known that was my ovulation window. So, Ibro, as usual, FIFA was in front of the TV, playing.
Speaking of FIFA, I will say something, later.
What do you want to say?
That I haven't touched my control pad. I haven't turned on my console since the 4th of January 2021.
You say you want to have a child. You've had a child. Let's do this together.
And he's more fun to play with, though. But carry on.
So he was playing FIFA, and me, I go in and I'm like, see, if I don't make the move, this man will not even bother because he's like, with what you've gone through, I'm not touching you. So I go in, being the romantic girl that I am.
Oh my goodness.
I go in and get dressed. Oh my God.
She means undressed and then micro-dressed, if you know what I'm saying. And let me cuss him because, I got her, okay, carry on.
And put on candles and everything, turned off the light, now playing music. Baby, what was that song again?
There's no way you're going to get me to even to even see it in front of the entire globe. Do you understand? If you mention it here, I will forgive you.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Good. So I sharp played music. Then I come out because we're the only ones in that house now. Nobody, not now.
Those days.
So I come out and I said, "Babe," and he's still playing FIFA. Babe, babe. And he turned. And his eyes just popped out and he's like, and I said,
I didn't even bother to press pause, man.
Did the finger. Follow me. And he goes and we're like,
yeah. You did not. You did not just do.
And Kian was conceived.
You know what?
Is that not what you did?
Yeah. I can't believe you just made me do that. And, oh boy, you people see why? Like everybody who knows me or who knew me before I got married, you guys know that Ibrahim Suleiman, Yaro Mamanshi, straight and narrow, well behaved.
That is not true. Thank you.
Chuka, whose side are you on?
Thank you. See, the thing is, it has always been there. It's always. I just brought it out. I amplified.
Anyway,
it.
so as we were saying that this guy, I've got to me today, Sha. So basically, that's how Kian was conceived, and and I won't lie, like she pulls these stunts from time to time, and it's always great and all of that. But somehow I just knew that the way virtue left me, you understand? I felt it in my inner man that a work had been done.
A part of you has.
Hey, something. Oh boy. And so, carried on our lives.
Yeah.
We're happy. Everything was great. Then one day, okay.
Yeah. One day. Thank you. What do you want? Stop.
Okay. Focus.
One day, I had noticed that I hadn't seen my period for 5 days. And I was like, I'm not seeing my period. I was scared because of what I had gone through before, and I was excited. Like, I've not seen my period. Man, the number of tests that pregnant women do, whether you are looking for, whether you're trying, whether you're pregnant, we do pregnancy test all the time. And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back to me trying. And I wake up this morning and Ibro like sitting on the throne very early in the morning with his phone. So I go to use the visitor's toilet. I tried and I peed on it and I'm like, positive. I just kept shaking. And the next night I would just stay praising God and saying, thank you, Jesus, thank you. Because I had a lot of complications after they did the evacuation. They kept telling me I did test upon test and they tell me, she has a cyst, medication, you have this, crazy. You have that. So I just didn't think I was going to get pregnant really soon. But the first thing I was shaking and I started praising God and thanking God. And I'm like, wait, you have to tell this man. So I go, the first one, I showed him, we did it together. So we're, do it together. I sit there and he's, oh my God, I'm talking too much. Anyway, so I take the test and I go into our room, knock on the door. I say, babe. And he's like, yeah. I say, can I come in? He said, yeah, come in.
Come and bask in my,
glory.
Atmosphere.
So I come in and I have straight face.
You got me, Sha.
And I showed him the stick. And he picks it up and he's looking at it.
So here's the thing, because I knew what a positive whatever looks like. We've read a few. As you said, we'd read a few of these test kits over time, but for some reason, I look at it and I see the two thingies, but it just doesn't add. It doesn't compute because in my mind I'm like, wait, but so because her face is straight and I'm confused. I'm like,
as the actress that I am.
Like, you got me, Sha. I'm like, okay, maybe it's negative, but this looks like positive. Should I be telling her that it's okay, we're going to be fine, we'll keep trying? But I'm like, but it's positive now. And then I look up at her and I'm like, babe, she said, look at it now. And then I'm like, and then she smiles and nods and
Uncle jumps up from his toilet and hugs me. With poop in his ass.
So technically, hold up. So, Chuka, I don't like how happy you are about this. I'm not pleased. So, technically, I was done and I had cleaned up, but I was just chilling and planning my day on my phone. Okay, actually, I was playing game on my phone, Sha. But I was done and I had cleaned up. I had even flushed, for crying out loud. But this story, this saying it like this makes her happy and makes Chuka excited. So yes, I jumped up and I picked her up.
And I'm like, baby, you're squeezing me. And he drops me.
Yeah, Kian. I almost squeezed you out.
Yeah.
So so a rush of emotions for me. Super excited, relieved because she was. So here's the thing, and guys, I know that we don't get a lot of. Anyway, when your significant other is under pressure because she feels like, oh, I should be pregnant, that puts you as a guy under pressure because if she's pressured, she's unhappy, she's cranky, all those things. So your mind, you just want her to be happy. So at that point in time, I'm just thinking, phew, thank God, now I can get my baby back because now she's gotten what she's been,
praying for. Oh, we prayed for it.
Baba, I
pray
that.
for it.
God. Because you know what? Happy wife, happy life. So I was super excited. I was scared because, I knew that this time God was going to see us through and the baby was going to arrive and then I would have to be a responsible person. And I wasn't sure I was ready for that because your responsibility is great. And I knew I was going to have baby. I knew I was going to have to give it up and now come and be, an adult. Who wants that? Let me tell you, young people, it's a scam. So I was excited. I was scared. I was. Oh, okay. I'm going to say this now. I felt like I had proof that I didn't buy the beard in the market. If you know what I'm saying? Like, God. It works. It was. Now I had full proof that the equipment works. And I was happy, and all of that. So we were excited. I put on it. I put on something, and we were just freaking out and excited for like a full hour, and then we're like, okay, settle down. What do we do now? And then. So she goes and she calls her sisters. Who did you call first?
I called my sisters.
Yeah.
My both sisters, I called them and
I
told them.
Called my sister as well. We told the siblings. Then my sister called my brother and then he called me back. And then we're like, and then we're like, okay. Doctor. Because we wanted to be sure that, this time we're not taking any chances. We needed to know what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. And all of that, which was ridiculous because there are now things that she couldn't eat.
Oh, yeah.
Which affected things that I could eat, which is not great. No, baby, now, solidarity, if you're not eating it, then...
That is a bloody lie. You ate everything I could not eat. You were having double of what I could not eat.
In moderation. Let's be.
I couldn't eat pizza because of cheese. They claimed that, it had cheese.
Yeah, you can't eat cheese. You can't eat seafood. I
couldn't eat prawns, and I love prawns.
A lot of dairy products.
Yeah. And yogurt. I couldn't. Yeah. Man, I couldn't eat so many
to be
things.
fair, I didn't do cola, potato chip also in front of me.
I would have killed you because my emotions were all over the place. I would have stabbed you.
Now that's another thing that you people did not tell us about. All our friends who had babies before we did, shame on you. Because one moment, Ilma is giggling like a high school girl. The next moment, she's Bridezilla who had grandkids and didn't know where they were. Like, she was just upset and grumpy. And it was weird for me because this person is almost always... So it used to just confuse me because I'm a stable human being. I like stability in my life. So the fact that she was seesawing it wasn't great, man. So the mood swings,
I figured he added to the mood swings, to be honest, because I didn't want to take any walk.
Oh,
it was COVID era, and he was like, take walks, you need to walk. I'm like, dude, leave me alone. Do you know how heavy this is? So he wanted me to take walks, and I wasn't in the mood to take walks. Then what else?